Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we're looking at tonight. 4 weather systems are in our area. The Frederickstead Market gets a remake. Solar energy to the rescue, and the California Angels sign a crucian. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8.
News Channel 8 is sponsored by AT&T. Centennial is joining AT&T for greater coverage, more innovation, and better service.
In our top story tonight, we have at least 4 systems that could be affecting our area this week. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
So far, folks, so good. I mean, for June and July, we've only had like 2 storms that came in our area. Now, one is Colin, that is actually making its way up to Bermuda right now, but I don't really think that that's going to pose too much of a threat to them, and then it's supposed to go out to the Atlantic Sea. Right now, we are looking at possibly 3 or 4 systems that could be in our area later on this week. And as you can see behind me here at Barron Spot, where our studios are at Channel 8, it is definitely a lot of rain. So you need to be careful this week on the roads. It's going to be slippery, wet. You know about hydroplaning on the roads. You need to really keep it down. Make sure you buckle up, that's for sure. The VIPD will be out there. Right now, I'd like to take it to the National Weather Service in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Another meteorologist. His name is Walter Snell. Let's find out what's going on with the systems coming in our area.
Local area has been fairly unfavorable for the formation of tropical cyclones. All of your listeners can thank the Lord for that. But today we have a wave, an inverted trough actually, moving northwest across the eastern Caribbean. And it's bringing you the showers that you're experiencing today. That southeasterly flow continues on Tuesday, bringing a few more showers and thunderstorms. Then another weak trough on Wednesday will move in from the southeast. This will bring in another pulse of moisture. Maybe a bit of a break on beginning on Thursday and continuing into Friday, and then another trough is expected into the area on Saturday.
4 systems then. Of those 4 systems coming our way, any one in particular that you're concerned about for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands?
Not as far as tropical cyclone development goes. These are going to be mostly gusty winds near thunderstorms and some heavy rains. Definitely not something that continues through the whole week, but intermittent scattered showers and thunderstorms. And then into next week, models are still fairly moist, continuing a relatively wet pattern.
Thank you, Walter. Hey, remember, folks, hurricane season does go all the way until November 30th. I don't have to remind you about Lenny. Not only did he come around Thanksgiving time, he also came through the back door in Frederickstead. Folks, anything could happen with Mother Nature. That's why we here at Channel 8 want to make sure that you know about your escape plans. Make sure you get your Channel 8 hurricane tracking map. Know where your shelters are. You need to double up on your prescriptions. And like I always say, look out for the senior citizens and those who can't look out for themselves, like the disabled and so forth. By now, we're all seasoned vets when it comes to the weather, especially here in Hurricane Alley in the Eastern Caribbean. So with that, we do have a lot of moisture and rain coming in our area in the next 6 or 7 days or so. So stay dry and keep it down on the roads. That's a look at your weather. Jerome will give you the entire weather forecast in just a few minutes. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Mr. Schnell and Wes Small. And in other news, solar energy could be the answer when it comes to saving our environment or saving some money without paying those high WAPA bills. If you're thinking about getting solar energy, take a look at this.
Good day, I'm Don Buchanan with the Virgin Islands Energy Office, and we're here at the Veterinarian Center in Little Princess outside Christiansted, where they have some solar power, and they also have a wind turbine. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We have Carl Joseph, our wind expert at the Energy Office. And Carl, how long have you been with the Energy Office?
Well, I've been here since April 2009 and loving it.
Great. Now, we know a lot of wind things are happening in the States. I think something like 200, they put up enough windmills to power 214 million houses, I heard last year. And I also know that In the Virgin Islands in the last year, we probably put up 16 of these small turbines alone, just these type here. Where are we going in Virgin Islands as far as wind power?
Well, we're trying to expand the use of renewable energy systems, which, for example, like this wind turbine as we're looking at right now, and then, as we notice, we have wind. You know, it's just to put them in the right area where this capacity is. You know, a lot of people have been putting up wind turbines all over the place because the person who sold them, the vendor, told them, well, it's going to work. Well, we know better. So what we are doing now is actually implementing a program that the Virgin Island Energy Office with the Department of Energy is trying to implement, and that is to put up anemometers throughout the territory. And we're going to assess the wind capabilities here on the island. So we're starting this program, and this should we have already started, but we haven't put up the anemometers as yet. That should be about December. We're looking at December by having all of them up, and so keep your eyes open, and you will see this starting to happen.
How many sites are you looking at possibly for putting up these wind measuring devices?
Okay, we're looking at a total of 8 sites, 4 on St. Thomas and 4 on St. Croix. We're also thinking about putting some anemometers on existing towers, which will give which is much cheaper than we putting up, these big stack, these poles 60-meter high. So 8 for right now.
Well, it's been a long time coming, but the vegetable market in Frederickstead has been refurbished. Let's take a look.
When we took office, I had many phone calls about this particular facility from the governor himself, the residents of Frederickstead, everybody expressing their love, their concern for the state of affairs here at the vegetable market, wanting to know when are we going to do something about it. I'm happy to say we're here today because something has been done about it. Yes, it took some time. Yes, it took some money, but it also took some partnerships.
This is a very emotional day for me. Anne E. Richards Heiliger was my grandmother. She passed away when I was 5 years old, and I still, to this day, have very fond memories of our times together. You can do the math. I know everybody's going, what? I want to say to all the people of Frederickstead, thank you so much for honoring my grandmother. And I promote farming, and I want us all to support the farmers that are here today and everything that will take place in this building. Again, thank you so much, and our family extend our thanks and our love to each and every one of you here today.
We recognize more than anything else that in order to bring visitors to the island of St. Croix, we have to recognize our culture and what makes us unique. In order to recognize our culture, we have to recognize the history of those individuals that are part of it and the buildings that were built and constructed and named within their honor. And in many cases, to recognize those buildings, we have to grow industries that cause people to recognize and to be involved. This is something that we have to respect, and it is a part of our future, our past, and most importantly, a part of our present.
When we come back from this break, we'll take a look at your Caribbean report. Stay with us.